Hey everyone, in today's video I'll show you how to create a custom chatbot on Formula in just a couple of minutes. Custom bots guide visitors along a series of button choices and can be used in a variety of ways to boost your site support and self-service options. They can be used to set up an interactive FAQ, schedule appointments, ask for important information, so live support has that upfront, qualified leads, and more. So today we'll look at a quick example for how to create a bot that qualifies leads for you. Let's say for this example, we need qualified leads for a software and consulting company. So to get started, we'll want to go to Automation and Custom Bots. And we'll click on the blue Create Custom Bot button that's up top here. And you can pick from some quick start templates to get you started, or you can click on blank template to get started from scratch. Now the first tab you come to is where you'll find some filters if you need to set up rules for the bot to appear on a specific page only. We'll go to the Step 2 Configure Bot tab and get started creating the actual bot menu. First, you'll want to create a welcome message. Now this is the first thing the custom bot will display to visitors. Let's have it say something like, "Hi, I'm here to help you find the perfect solution for your needs. I'll ask you a few questions to get started." Then let's click on Add Message to add a line break in a new bubble that says, "What type of service are you interested in?" Now we'll want the visitor to have some button options to choose from here, so we will click on Add Reply Buttons. The button text field is what the button they see actually says, so we'll give them the choices software and consulting. If we want to give them more choices, we'll just click on Add Reply Button. And let's add a choice for product information and click on Add Reply Button to add another one for other. So right now a visitor will see this welcome message and then they'll see these 4 buttons to choose from. Next, we start building what the visitor will see for each button selection once they click on that button. So let's start with selecting software. We'll create a new step called software by default, and it appears in the tree over here to the left. So we'll click on that to create the message the visitor sees once they click on that software button. So let's say once they click on that button, we want some information about how big they are next. So we'll make the next message, "Great choice. Can you tell me a little bit more about your company?" And we'll add some more reply buttons. So let's say now they'll see options for small business, medium business, and enterprise level. And from here, you can have them routed to different options depending on what size they report their business is. So let's continue creating the flow as if they selected enterprise level. So we'll route to a new enterprise level step, and we'll click on enterprise level on the left again. Now you can add more qualifying questions here, like maybe you want to ask if they are the decision maker for this purchase, or maybe you have a question about their timeline or something like that. For this example, we'll say that you want to reach out to enterprise level leads right away from here. So this step will be, "Great, can I have your name and email so our team can reach out to you with more info?" Now you'll need to collect their name and email in this step, so you'll click on Collect Input right here. We'll have the bot ask for first name and click on Collect Input again, add a field for last name, and click on Collect Input one more time. And now we'll be asking for their email address as well. Now these fields will all appear and are visible to the visitor, and that way they know where to enter their contact information, so you have that available for a callback or reaching back out to them through email. Now for a step like this, we don't have a button selection, we're just collecting information. So once the visitor has entered the information, we'll want to thank them for it and let them know we'll be contacting them back. So since we want to go to another step instead of adding button choices, what we'll do is click on Execute Actions, and we'll click on Add Action, and we'll select Route to another step. Now there's no suggested title for this step since there was no button selection that they are going to click on to get there. So we'll go ahead and click on this pencil icon right here and then edit title. And we'll make this thank you, we'll reach out. All right, so we'll enter our thank you message. Thanks, I passed your info along to our team. Someone will reach out shortly with more details about your software project. And let's say that we want the flow to end here. So we'll have it execute an action, and the action will be end the conversation. You can keep going in your bot, of course. Maybe you want to ask if they have any questions in the meantime. So if you check the box, allow the visitor to send a message instead of predefined replies, that will allow the visitor to type something open-ended before going to the next step. So if you have that enabled, you could have the next step be thanking them and letting them know live help will be there in a few minutes, and so on and so forth. Now from here, if you see the orange exclamation marks over here on the left, and that means that you have steps you still need to flesh out. So for example, on the welcome step here, of course, we still need to set up what happens whenever the visitor clicks on any of these three other buttons that we haven't set up yet. So you would want to just continue fleshing out the other button choices until your custom bot flow is completed. Now for a quick look at the Step 3 Settings tab. If you look over here on the left, you'll see a space to name your bot as well as a place where you can choose a picture that will appear for your custom bot. Go ahead and name this one Software Assistant. You can upload a picture for the bot if you want to here. It can be another bot icon or a company logo or whatever you would prefer. Both the name of your bot as well as the picture that you select do appear to the visitor. All right, then you'll select if the bot is something that you want all users to see as soon as they start a chat. Since I'm creating a lead qualifying bot, I'll want to select yes here. And that way the custom bot is immediately greeting them and asking questions as soon as the visitor opens up the chat window. Next, you can select whether the chatbot automatically fires an invitation to chat. And you can also set up the timer for how long it takes for that invitation to appear. And then you can select whether the invitation appears once per new visit or just once ever. And of course, in most cases, you'll want to leave that on just once per visit. Then at the bottom, you can select whether the bot appears while agents are offline or after hours, when agents are online, or always. Always is a good setting for a qualifying bot since I'll always want visitors greeted and then have some information gathered around the clock. But if you were setting something up like, say, after hours FAQ, you would want to change that to offline as needed and so on. Once your chatbot is created, don't forget to give it a name in this field up top here. This is not a name that your visitor sees. This field is just for your reference only. I'll go ahead and call mine qualifying bot. Then you'll click on save up top or publish to have it active and start answering chats right away. Now we'll take a quick look at a test site to see what the new custom bot looks like. As soon as the chat window is open, here's the welcome message that we created and the first four button choices that we set up. So I select software and it goes to the next step, which was asking about company size. So I'll hit enterprise level, and here's what the data collection that we set up looks like. All right, and now it gives me the thank you message letting me know that somebody will be reaching out to me soon. All right, so that's our quick look at setting up a custom bot. If you run into any questions setting up your own, just go ahead and start a quick chat with us on our website, or feel free to drop us an email at support@Formilla.com.